Hey everybody, Robbie with Al Travel wanted to talk about deals. Every day I get emails, text calls. Yo, I'm looking to go to Bahamas, and you got any good deals for me? Well, yes and no is the long answer. So I usually track stuff that I'm wanting to do. You got to remember this is a hobby, so I don't keep tabs on a lot of stuff. But I can tell you there's lots of different ways of doing it, which I'll go into some other videos. But when it comes down to it, there's a couple different things that come up. I hear people be like, "Hey, I saw on Facebook an ad for $200 going here for like 3 days, and it looks amazing." Well, one of two things is happening. Either there's a cheap flight or something that someone has found through different avenues of finding flights like that. But again, I'll show you that in another video, and put together a little package and then put it out there like, hey, it's this amazing deal, when really it's the same package that anybody can find if they went to virtually anywhere like Expedia or something. The other side of it is there's groups that go out and they charter flights. Like they'll try to book out an entire flight out of like Kansas City or Dallas or something, um, and then they book the whole thing, they charter it, they get a bulk rate price, and then charge everybody individual seats, and so they're making money in the wash. And that's not anything that anybody else can book other than that group that's doing it. It's genius. One day I'll do it, but right now there's no way that I have enough clients that want to go to the same place. Maybe a trip next year. Anyhow, so those things, whenever you see those things, look at them. Like they're real. Like you should be able to click on them, find them stuff. Just note that the days of the week usually aren't very good because they're trying to work a cheap price with the hotel. And if you do any changes on it, it's automatically going to start going up if it's something that you can change dates on, where it's not a stagnant flight dates. The other side of it is, so okay, so those are the online deals that people see. And then, so say there's the Expedia stuff. Like people like, hey, I want to go here, I've been looking on this, I want to go to this resort, here's what I'm seeing on Expedia. Cool. So Expedia is quite literally an online version of a travel agent. It's got access to a whole bunch of stuff, back end data, to where it makes commission every time you buy something on it. So the price that it gives you versus the price that I give you, depending on what you're doing, is either going to be drastically different or drastically the same. And what I mean by that is if you're buying a hotel room, say you're going to Tulsa to stay at a Holiday Inn. Well, that's just a hotel. There's no discounts involved. There's nothing anybody can do about it. So you go on the Holiday Inn site, it's $100. You go into Expedia, it's 101, 102. If it's not $100, and that $1 is generally just their commission, which is all I would make on it, which is why I'm not going to book that for you. The bundle deal, the bundles are where you get the deal. Flights, I don't even know that I can book just flights, nor would I want to, because there's not any commission involved in it. The deals that the connections between resorts specifically, because remember I work out of Caribbean, Mexico, that kind of deal. The cooperation between the airlines and the resorts and the kickbacks between them and the discounts between them is where people really save. So if you're trying to book something to go to Mexico, unless you've got points and you really want to use them, book it together. Friend of mine booked a big package for a group to go down, or well, she didn't really book it. She said, hey, I'm going this time. She got a hold of the resort, said, hey, I got a group coming down. They gave her a group code for everybody to go online and book it. And I think everybody booked their flights individually, without looking at my back end discounts. I could have saved them like $300, I think, the day that she booked it, because the discounts and the bundling deals that I get straight across the line, are better than buying stuff individually every time, no matter what. And when I say the discounts, so the difference between me and Expedia is there are discounts and promotions that groups will run to encourage people like me to push those places to go. So say you're going to Jamaica, and you're like, hey, I'm looking at these couple places. Well, I'm gonna go in there and see which one's got the best promotional discount, because if you go on Expedia and it's a $2,000 trip, there's a good chance that I've got $100, $200 discount just sitting out there that I can use anytime to save you a little bit on it. And then you get my help, and I do all your international paperwork and all the fun stuff that Expedia is going to be like, oh, here, go do this. You're on your own. Just some thoughts on that. Keep in mind that I'm contracted with hundreds of different sites, and so if I can't find a good discount over here, there's another group that they're wanting to get the residuals on it, and they want me to book it through them. Every airline has their own vacations group, like American Airlines Vacation, Delta Vacations, things like that. They generally have really good deals on packages, and I do get extra discounts on them, and they can be awesome compared to what you'll find out on Expedia or something like that. So let me know where you're planning on going, and let's go travel. Thanks.